Now, Michael Fassbender as David, I kind of have it mixed. Generally, I like him. I mean, you know, he's a good actor, that much is clear. I mean, Magneto, Inglourious Basterds, whole deal. Now, but on one hand, there is nothing special about his character, considering there is nothing too surprising. I mean, he's an android, and that's it. There's nothing specifically new about it. He's an android, he's going all this is logical kind of thing, which sure, yeah, it's not always the case with androids and the Alien series. I mean, look at Call, but still. But really, even then, he was a very interesting character, and it was just amusing how Fassbender displayed him. The one thing I will say, this wasn't until I saw Doug Walker's bum review for this movie, but even then, I do have to admit, David's motivation is still in question. We don't really find out what he's doing for sure throughout the movie. What is his goal, if you will? I mean, maybe, just maybe, he just likes to experiment, and that's just something that Wayland Industries hasn't really adjusted on yet for androids, to make them not capable of wanting to experiment to the point of not really caring about what happens to the crew. Thus, they fix it in time for what happens to Ash in the original Alien movies, and from there on. I know that is far from a complete theory, but I'd like to think that's the case, because that kind of, to me, makes him a much more interesting character. But until then, I hope it's not too much to ask them that they bring so much more development on him in the sequel. So, now the music I liked a lot. I did find the choice of the music, especially around the very beginning of the movie, to be interesting because it's different. It's more, you know, like actual orchestra kind of music rather than going for, you know, just plain suspense or something like that, like they've done throughout the Alien universe. So most of the music here is interesting because it's different. But I did see something that was very interesting about how they actually did the music. Apparently, for some of the suspense in the movie, they basically had the orchestra play certain segments backwards and then have them re-reversed digitally, I think is how it went. I'm not totally sure how it exactly is supposed to go, but apparently that's what they did for the suspense. I definitely haven't noticed it, because I just found this out when right after I saw the movie, but still, sounds a little interesting. And that's my review for Prometheus. It's set up a lot like Alien, and oh my gosh, does it beat the crap out of Alien Cubed and Alien Resurrection. And some of the characters are nice, and the story, for what it's worth, was pretty good, and some of the mystery, even though there was probably too much of it, was pretty amusing. But still, you are given a lot more questions than answers, and not all of the characters were developed the way you would expect them to be developed, considering it's an Alien movie, especially one directed by Ridley Scott. So altogether, I give this a 65% out of 100, because it's still not that grand, but it was nice. In fact, here's a little something I just got a couple of days ago from my bosses who went to the midnight showing and saved one for me. So, let this mark the day where from now on we have this as part of my background. So if you want to see more reviews, go ahead and check out on my channel. But if you want to see more, log on to my blog at hacksreviews.blogspot.com, where I have over 250 reviews for you to read and enjoy. Until then, everyone, I am Hack. And if you want to know what that stands for and what in the world it has to do with my intro, feel free to ask me.